Good morning, everybody. We have some actual functional tech this morning. It looks like we got a handful of people in the video, in the room. Hopefully going to see some people, some friends today. You can zoom out a bit. Well, it looks pretty good for the most part. We've got the whole set kind of ready to go. And our job today is to bust out a nice, quick, efficient workout rather than taking 1,000 years to get it done. If you missed this one, we're going to upload to YouTube. If you're watching it on YouTube, we've uploaded on YouTube. And that's kind of the plan. So I'm just going to share this to one more group that I thought of. And if you're around and you want to share it to your timeline, oh, I typed in the wrong thing. Just wanted to share how we make shows. It's with a filmmaking, well, not a filmmaking, an online group that's run by a friend of mine, Christopher Pirelli. All right, so if you're there, let us know if the audio's good. We've got the music coming through, or we did have the music coming through desktop audio. It just loaded and unloaded. But hopefully everything else is working through the internet just fine. I guess I need to refresh music all of a sudden. Okay, once that gets going, I'm standing up. Play, sad kitty cat. All right. All right. All right, time to get up, time to get going. Whew, quick top-down check-in. So the whole point here is just to loosen up everything. I've actually sometimes in the last couple of days gotten into the habit. You can move the camera faster, Abra. Don't be afraid. Is it tight? Is it tightened up? Okay. I've actually in the last couple of days been focusing on maybe even in bed doing a little bit of a top-down check-in. It's kind of like some bed yoga the second I wake up, just so that when I get out of bed, I don't destroy myself. But just do whatever you need to do, top to bottom, make it work for you. Some circumduction in the arms, in the shoulders, some reaching across and hugging. Might want to turn down the light a little bit, it's a little bright. Just keep going. Making some stuff up. Twisting with the elbows just to get the back warmed up a little bit. It might look a little bit like the Muay Thai Abra and I were practicing last night for class. It's giving me a nice body twist. Work the upper back. Okay. Matrixing around just a little bit, stretching out the hip flexors here, stretching out the hamstrings there. Opening up the back, just open it up. Okay, moving on. I'm going to actually pull my arms across my body. They're a little bit tight too. Thread them up, reaching up. Down. A nice little snow angel for our winter warm-up. All right, and then we're going to, let's see here. Let's go right into the hips. Kind of started liking these left and rights. Kind of looks like skiing right now. Again, some winter warm-up-y sort of stuff. Why not keep the theme? We've got the snow outside, as you can see. All right. Bend at the knees. Again, some skiers. This is ridiculous. Go away. There we go. All right. Stretching out the hips. Music seems to keep dropping out. It's fine, I'll put it on my phone or something later. Alright, a little bit back and forth. We'll be doing a little bit more of this soon. Alright, and into the calves. A little bit of a plyo bounce. Okay, keep it up. How about some running in place? Let's do like some snowshoe walking. As silly as this is, you're gonna want it. You're walking through the snow. Some nice big marching legs. All right. Okay. fold down. There's my music. Oh boy. And slowly come up. Alright, so let's get into some ground flow. I'm going to plant my hands on the ground, kick my leg out to lower myself, swing across in the front transition. I'll do that one more time so that everybody can kind of see what we're up to. So I'm going to put my hand down, kick my leg through, front transition or a seat spin, depending on what you want to call it, across. I'm going to go the other way. S-sit position again. I'm just going to flip that around 6 times total. I like the number 6. I think it gets things done. 4, 5, 6, and then I'm going to go to the ground, come up, to the ground, and come up, really stretching out that side body. I can even rotate at the end and grab my leg. A little bit of a push-up action here to propel myself. Warming up the arms, bending through the biceps, extending through the triceps. Switch to the other side. Let's just do 6, 2, 3. I can reach if I want. 4. Stretching out the lat right here. 5, 6. All right. Hip ups. 1. Switch in front again. 2. Switch in front again. 3. 4, 5, 6. Rear leg switches. I'm going to put my hands on the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Already warming up a bit. I'm going to turn over. Bring my leg over, go into my foot hand crawl position. Couple of steps forward, couple of steps backwards. Trying to keep my body as straight as I can, so I need to lower my tailbone a little bit, engaging my core a little bit more. So I don't want my hips up, I want my hips down right in the plane of my head and neck. Yeah, it's good that I can see myself on the video. All right, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna push our legs back. And I always kind of forget these, and I really shouldn't because I love these. These are ipsilateral bear crawls, so same side leg. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back again. 1, 2, 3, 4. So good for the backs of your legs. And if you're having trouble keeping your legs straight and getting your heels to the ground, you can have a little bit of a bend, or you can open up your legs a little bit wider. Just make sure you're walking with the same side. It's a loping motion. Got these out of Kung Fu. Did them for many years. Boom, 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 boom. All right, shift back down however you need to into inverted crawl. Push yourself up from the ground, extend your knees out, get a little bit of a quad stretch, a little bit of a hip flexor stretch, a little bit of glute activation. Let's do one of those. Raise a leg, drop it, raise it, drop it, raise it, tuck it back in, extend one leg. Same thing, try and pull it from the core. All right. Do some crawls, stretching out the triceps, which I'm going to need today for my workout after this. All right. Again, this is contralateral. If you have a bigger space, you can go further forward and further backward. All right, I'm going to sit down. I just wanted to do a couple of those. I got to save my triceps for later. Straight leg sit. Reach for the toes, come back. You can put your feet together if you want. If you can't reach your toes, grab your ankles. If you can't grab your ankles, just put your hands as far in front of you as you can and just try and lead with your chin. And then you can also fold the rib cage down a little bit, stretching the upper back. And again, we're not doing a static stretch just yet. We're really focusing on a lot of dynamic movement. You can tuck one leg, Reach for the other leg. Tuck the other leg. Reach for the other leg. But Dylan, why aren't we flowing yet? Well, we're about to. Just stretching out the whole body. Now from this front leg extended sit, I'm gonna rock back and I'm gonna keep that banana boat shape just to stretch out the backs of my legs a little bit more. Fire the quads a little bit. And of course, try and hold tight to the tummy. And then what I'm gonna do, after I've done a few of these, like again, let's say 5 or 6, I'm gonna start tucking the feet under and sitting up. Extend, tuck and sit up. Extend, tuck and sit up. Extend, tuck and sit up. One more, tuck. If you have to, put your hands on the ground. Stand up slightly so that I don't have to go all the way out of the camera. Sit back down and roll. And when you're ready, you should be able to do a rolling get up. It's going to take a little bit of momentum, but you also have to lock your core into it. So you don't want to come here and be stuck here. You want to crunch into it. Get your chest over your knees and then push up. Okay? And then go back down to the ground. To finish up our ground flow, we're just going to do some side crawls or gorilla crawls. You can go slow and walk your hands, or you can hop. If you want to hop with your feet down below your hips, that's totally fine. If you want to hop with your feet above your hips, that's also really good. A couple more. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some small cartwheels. So I'm going to put my hands behind my body, kick, kick, and go. Kick, kick. Try not to knock apart the set. I better not knock up the set. What is it, Silent Hill 4 The Room? Aubrey might not get that reference. Okay, legs are nice and strong. Or strong, worn out. I'm just gonna swing here for a second, stretching the backs of the legs. My legs are exceedingly sore today. Just brushing the ground, coming all the way up, all the way up the other side. Ah! Trying not to fall over. Stabilization leads to extension, vice versa. All right, very cool. Now let's do some jump flow. So all I'm going to do is drop myself down, lift myself up. So this is on the vertical plane. I lower my knees, I put my hand down. So we're just warming up to it. I'll show it from the other side. Lower my knees, sit into an S-sit, come back up. Collapse, raise, collapse, raise, and switch legs each time if I want. But Dylan, you're not jumping yet. I know, I'm working up to it. So I can jump, collapse, raise, jump, switch my feet, jump, switch my feet. Let's try and go for 6, that's 3, 4, oh God, 5, 6. Oh, my legs are so tired. Okay, maybe jump flow was not the ultimate choice. Let's go into a quad stretch so that I don't die. So I'm just leaning into the ground, pushing back until I can stretch out my quads, because I need to. If you're ready for it, as you lean back, you can tuck the feet under. you're not ready for that, just roll into it. Okay. Start doing some legs, prepping for the kickboxing. We're going to do a little bit more jumping with these. But I want to warm up those legs first. Let's do some inside crescents. Get limber, trying my best. Twist, open, twist, open, twist, open with a hop, twist, open with a hop, twist, open with a hop, spin down, come up, twist, open with a hop, spin down. Let's see here, if I twist, if I twist the other way, spin down, come back up. All right, one last move. I'm going to twist, leg, leg for a carry jump. Twist, leg, leg for a carry jump. Twist down, come up, twist down, come up, twist down, come up. Fall down and try not to hurt yourself. Okay. Relax it out. Find your coffee. Okay. Cinnamon. 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 All right. Bring it down for a second. Just shake. Rock your body side to side. Breathe through your nose into your lungs, down to your stomach, all the way down to your diaphragm. Let's get ready for some kickboxing rounds. I'm going to set those up real quick. Again, today's exercise is fast. We're just trying to get through it, right? Okay. Let's see here. If I do 6 rounds for 45 seconds a round, let's see here. Let's change that up. Let's do 30 seconds a round with a 15-second rest. That gives us almost 5 minutes. Well, maybe we could up that, but we're not going to. Well, maybe we could up that. Maybe I should up that. I don't know.
Do it. Just up it.
No, I'm not going to up it.
45 seconds. Do it. Do it.
40. Just do 40. All right? That's 5 minutes and 35 seconds. I can be happy with that. Make sure my headphones are off so that I can actually hear what's about to happen. All right? So we got 20 seconds to warm up. Now, what I will do for these kickboxing or Savate rounds is I will actually say what techniques we're probably going to be getting into before the round, and we're going to focus on those. So the first round, we're just going to go for jabs, crosses, and either low or medium fouettes. Try and combine all the moves. Jab, cross, low fouette, cross, jab, low fouette off the rear. All right, bounce around in between, double jab, rear fouette. Let's do that again. Double jab, rear fouette. All right, double jab, rear fouette, double jab, rear fouette. All right, cross, lead fouette, cross, lead fouette. That's actually our S series number 2. We'll just go through that a little bit, get some twist out of the body. Cross, lead fouette, bouncing around. All right, make sure that you snap that retraction. All right, we got 15 seconds off. Let's go for the lead chasse bas, so the lead low side kick. All right, and we'll still throw jabs and crosses. So jab, cross, low lead, chasse bas. Jab, cross, low lead, chasse bas. Jab, cross, low lead, chasse bas. I guess that's a little redundant. Jab, cross, lead, chasse, bas. Jab, cross, lead, chasse, bas. Jab, cross, lead, chasse, bas. Lead, chasse, bas. Jab, cross, pump, pump. Jab, cross, pump, pump. So those are called doubles. And as you can see, what I'm doing is I'm just going back and forth, working both sides evenly. Jab, cross, pump, pump. All right? Now here's what we're going to work next. We're going to go into chasse frontal, which is your front pushing kick. Really sit into it. We'll do both sides. Maybe we'll add a hook in there. Jab, cross, hook, chasse frontal off the rear. Jab, cross, hook, chasse frontal off the rear. Hook, chasse frontal. Jab, cross, hook, chasse frontal. Jab, cross, hook, chasse frontal. So that hook leads that rear kick. Jab, cross, hook, chasse frontal. Jab, cross, hook, chasse frontal. Really pushing into the chest or the stomach. All right, as we pick up the pace. A little double at the end there. All right, round 3. Let's go into the revers frontal, outward crescent kick. There's no inward crescent kick in Savate that I know of. We'll do it again off the rear leg. I'm going to go the other way. Okay, just going to practice that a few times. Which leg is the rear? Left leg, right leg, left leg, right leg. Notice how I'm not doing a full open crescent. I'm actually snapping a little bit, opening up the hip at the end. Almost like I'm ending it on an axe kick. Bringing it right back down after it hits the target. Okay? Now we're going to do a revers lateral. That's your hook kick. I don't care how high you go. I'm not even going to go that high. There's really no target at the mid body, although you can make it work. But you can go bas or figure. Bas. So jab, cross, hook, revers lateral. 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 I'm really focusing on snapping through the hamstring. See how my rear foot turns out at the end. So I get that little extra pop. You know, it's almost like a reverse soccer kick in some ways. Okay? We're going into round 5. Let's see. I'll do coup de pied, but that's not really that good for this. Let's do double fouettes. All right? Double jab, low, medium. Double jab, low, medium. Need more space for these. Double jab, low, medium. Double jab, low, medium. Double jab, low, medium. Double jab, low, medium. Double jabs are great because they train you to retract instead of holding your hand out. You get that nice little double step where you step, step, pop. Just tag in the face. All right? Pow, 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 pow. Really hard in this tiny space. Oh, that was the last round. All right, let's set up one more round and just do whatever you want to do. Okay? I'm just going to start it. Any moves, you got your fouettes, your chasses, both lateral and frontal, revers, lateral and frontal. You've got your doubles, you got your jabs, crosses, and your hooks. So get ready. You can follow along if you want, but I'm going to be going. Do your thing. Jab, cross, hook, chasse front, chasse lateral. Jab, cross, hook, chasse lateral. Jab, cross, fouette frontal. I'm sorry, revers lateral. Okay, I'm going to stop calling stuff out. Jab, cross. I'm going to stop calling stuff out, I swear. at home can call out what these are. Maybe you'll master the techniques yourself. And see, my chassés are my least used kicks. And I definitely need to change that because they are powerful kicks and they do a lot of damage when you're wearing the Savate boot. They're really great for just knocking people back. You know, I want that extension on that, but if I can't get it, that's okay too. Okay, let's stretch out, cool down. Again, more rocking side to side, raising the arms up, a little bit of twisting. Just do some carry steps, some step overs. Relaxing the hips, twist into them, twist into them, slow it down, to the knees, touch down, touch down, touch down, stay on the ground. Downward dog, walk yourself back a little bit, walk yourself forward a little bit, push that tailbone up into the air, and put your weight into your heels if you can. Then rock forward. You need to extend a little bit forward. A little rolling wave action. Again, we're not doing this as an aggressive workout. Just slowly cooling down everything and bringing it back. Tuck the knee to your chest, step outside to a low lunge, look up, foot goes flat down, sit up, hand on one knee, raise your arms up, extend through the back knee, your leg can be flat, lower back down, hands down, sit back as far as you can. Feel out that hamstring. Okay. Pull yourself back forward. Raise that knee. Tuck, replace. Tuck the other side. Step out. Look up. Slowly lower the knee. Lower the foot. Sit back. So you can stay on the balls of the feet if you want. This is going to stretch the front of the quad on the back leg. Raise up, foot down, raise up as high as you can. If you need to, balance on your front leg. Bring it down, sit back, stretch the front leg. Nice little hamstring stretch, it's not a whole lot. A little bit in the back of the calf. You can demi-point if you want. The more you fold forward, the more you're going to stretch the hamstring because it's tied to the hip flexors. Come back up, rock yourself forward, raise your knee, tuck, extend back. I don't really care if you go up into the air. Walk the dog a little bit. Both legs down. I'm going to turn and face the camera. You can go on your balls of your feet or you can go on your toes. I'm going on my toes. Just sit. Up tall, shoulders back. I'm very sweaty today. Must be because I left the heater on, which is good. I need to sweat. Breathe through the nose all the way down. Think about all the moves you just did. If you did something poorly or you don't feel like you did it very well, just let that go and maybe reevaluate later. If you did something and you felt like it was fun or cool or you did a good job doing it, grab that, hold that for a second, and just remember that you enjoyed doing it. And if you felt like there was something in between that you enjoyed but you weren't quite getting, think about that and think about how you can start building on it. Keep breathing in. It's exactly how I feel. You know, maybe I go on these shows and I show off every week to some people. To some people, I look mediocre. And that's okay. But I enjoy it. And I know it's keeping me healthy. I mean, look, I'm sweating. I was very sore at the beginning of this. You saw how I was jumping. It's all about working it out. That's what that means, is you're working it out. You're putting it together. So you can do that too. Put on some music, move around for 10 minutes, count out 5 or 6 reps, move on to the next move that makes sense to you. You know, what we did was we did a very basic action flow breakdown. We started on the ground, we worked our way up, and then we worked our way up to down. We rocked around on the floor, we traveled on the floor, we did lots of crawls, we engaged pretty much every part of our body. And that's what mobility is really about. You should be able to recruit any part of your body at any time unless you're injured. And that way, you're preventing injury. And then we took it. I'm going to move out of this position because now the fronts of my legs are tired. And then we took it and we applied it to some kickboxing. That's one of the reasons why I love Savate so much. It's one of the most mobility-based kickboxing arts. There's not a ton of power in each kick, especially at first. But as you build it, you can move a lot cleaner and you can connect all your limbs together in a series of very fun, flashy combos. Alright, I'm going to go back over to the camera, see if we've got anybody here that wants to chat and chill. If not, we're going to move on, which is totally fine by me. Renard says, I now believe that Dylan is a comic book character, or anime character. He can't resist the urge to call out his incoming attacks. Yeah. Hopefully if I ever really compete, that won't happen. So if you're in the chat, say hi. We're gonna wind things down. I'm gonna upload this to YouTube later, because hopefully it actually came through this time. Seems pretty nice. And it's not the longest video we've done. I mean, it says 42 minutes, but that's with the beginning that I let loop for a while. Alright, 6 people, but no comments right now. It's totally fine. If you have any, leave them in the comments. And, you know, I'll be sure to respond and answer any questions you might have. This isn't really like a heavy brain burner today. This is really just about, you know, it's cold outside. You need to warm up inside. Before you go out there, I do recommend toweling off before stepping outside. You don't want to be sweaty. Let's see here. Feeling less sore and warmer. Oh, thank you, Penelope. Good to hear from you. Yeah, prep that super stunt body of yours. Get that going. And that's about it. Like, I just want everybody to have something that gets them nice and awake, nice and loose, and it's prepping me for my big workout that I got to do today after this. And then I get 2 rest days where I'll probably spend a lot of time on the pull-up bar because I want to work on that mobility, that climbing mobility as well. All right, well, I definitely want to thank Abra for some wonderful camera work today and for keeping the show going. We just keep building and building up the quality. Michael Rene Sanchez, hey, it's good to see you. I haven't seen you since Texas. That was great. I'm all locked up and needed to get moving gently. That's the idea. Don't just go all out right at the beginning. This is how you need to warm up. You need to do things slow, steady, and then build. I really like those flow moves. Still need to work on them, but it is neat to see what is feasible. Yeah, well, that's the exploratory nature of this. Like, I'm literally, what I did was I set up the parameters in the comments, and then I just made it up as I went along. And I tried to feel things out in terms of, well, where's the next good place to move? And that's why I try and set up the rep ranges, right? Because partially I want to demo the move multiple times to the people watching it, but also, you know, maybe my first rep's a little tight, and then maybe my second rep is a little bit looser, and then maybe by my third rep I'm all the way down on the ground, you know? And then it's the eccentric action of coming back where you start discovering the next move. I'm driving Abra crazy with the camera. So always think about that. Always think about the forward and the reverse, because those are two separate moves, but they work together, and that's how you build flow. All right? Now my hair is super sweaty, which actually looks pretty good when it's this long, at least in my lame opinion of myself. So we're going to call it a day. I really appreciate everybody being here. I had a lot of fun with you. And thanks, Abra. Thanks, Dylan. Thank you, Renard. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Penelope. Thank you, anybody that showed up. Sorry we're having trouble playing this video.
I think that's our cue.
Is it still going there? All right. Going to the title screen. See you all next week. Bye-bye.